12,000-year-old massive underground tunnels, ancient, are real, and they stretch from Scotland to Turkey. It's possible that ancient cultures were interconnected thousands of years ago, according to thousands of underground tunnels that stretch from North Scotland towards the Mediterranean. The answer is a big yes. I remember I had once found a book on ancient tunnels underneath the area of Athens, Greece. I bought it in a book fair, and I was going through the images of the maps of these ancient tunnels underneath Athens, the whole of the greater Athens area. Nobody knows who constructed these, but I'll tell you one thing. The people from the time of the Battle of Marathon, which was about 500 BC, knew of these tunnels, and that's how they evacuated the women and children from the area when the Persians were coming to fight the Athenians in the Battle of Marathon. So they escaped by these underground tunnels from the northern area of Greece towards the port of Piraeus. That's like, 25, 30 kilometers away. And you can imagine that they knew of these underground tunnels. So who constructed these? 12,000-year-old. That's about the time of the Younger Dryas period, when the comet impacted the Earth. So these mysterious tunnels have been discovered in Scotland as well, that stretched all the way to Turkey. However, researchers are still unaware of why or how they were created. What makes them all the more mysterious is how absolutely amazing they are and how meticulously they were created. And the secrets? These thousands of Stone Age underground tunnels have left scientists completely perplexed. Dr. Henrik Kusch explained in his book entitled Secrets of the Underground Door to the Ancient World that the tunnels had been dug under literally hundreds of Neolithic settlements throughout Europe. The mere fact that they have survived for over 12,000 years proves that the original tunnels must have been all the more massive. He further believes that the tunnels were to be used as highways, which allowed people to travel to distant places across Europe. And he explains that across Europe there were thousands of these tunnels from the north in Scotland down to the Mediterranean. They are interspersed with nooks. At some places it's larger and there is seating or storage chambers and rooms. They do not all link up, but together it's a massive underground network. In Bavaria and Germany alone, we have found 700 meters of these underground tunnels networks. In Styria in Austria, we have found 350 meters, he said. Across Europe, there were thousands of them, from the north in Scotland down to the Mediterranean. Most are not much larger than big wormholes, just 70 centimeters wide, just wide enough for a person to wriggle along, but nothing else. They are interspersed with nooks. At some places it's larger, and there is seating, storage chambers, and rooms. They do not all link up, but together, taken as a whole, is a massive underground network. While many have described the tunnels as ancient highways, others have explained that they were a method for protecting men from predators. I would venture to say enemies. Now, in his book, let's remember that we do have ancient evidence of ancient atomic warfare. Perhaps it's also a way for them to somehow have a way to protect themselves underground. Now, in his book, Dr. Henrik explains that churches were often built by the entrances to the tunnels because the church was afraid of the heathen legacy that the tunnels may have represented and wanted to stop their influence. Other similar tunnels have been discovered in other continents, and even throughout the Americas, a number of ancient tunnels have been found. However, the big question is, why were these passages constructed? And how were they constructed? Well, there are a number of legends regarding them. Researchers have yet to discover any solid answers. Please leave your comments. What are your thoughts about this? This is by Awareness Act, guest post on Collective Spark. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.